I'm going to try to get through this without breaking down. I think I can do it. But I wanted to share something. My grandfather passed away recently, and we had his funeral this Saturday. And my mom gave a wonderful eulogy at his funeral. But there's something that stood out in my mind that I felt like could help others and maybe inspire them. There's a lot of things that could be said about my grandpa, my papaw, but something that really hit me to my core was a story my mom had about him. Before he passed, he had several bouts with cancer, and he had his voice taken from him. So he had to write a lot of stories down on paper by hand. Now, she was talking about our local basketball team and how well they were doing. And my papaw mentioned that he played basketball, but he wrote down on that piece of paper when he handed it to her and said that he wasn't very good. Now, this kind of shocked my mother because this man was good at everything. There's nothing this man couldn't do. It seemed like everything he did it the best. Well, she kind of looked at him and said, not very good, she was kind of confused because he was a very arrogant man. And really, like I said, there's nothing he couldn't do. So he wrote down on this piece of paper and handed it back to her. And he said 5'7". That also took my mom back. She said that she always thought he was 10 foot tall. And that got me thinking. I never realized his height. I mean, as a kid, he was 10 foot tall to me. He was larger than life. And of course, as I grew into an adult, he was an old man. And he was smaller, but I mean, he was hunched over. Height never, ever crossed my mind how tall he was. But to me, he was 10 foot tall. And to my mom, he was larger than life. So, how I hope this inspires you or others is be 10 foot tall to somebody. You may not realize it, but you have kids looking up to you. It could be your kids, it could be nieces or nephews. It could be total strangers. There's also adults that could be looking up to you. I remember when I first started a job at Lowe's a long time ago. There was a man who worked there, who I will not name. I thought he was running the place. I thought he was the man in charge. He was no different than any other hourly working there, and he never was a manager. But the way he commanded his presence, the way he took control of situations, he was larger than life. This man was actually about 6'6", 6'7", probably. So technically, he was 10 foot tall to me. But the point is, through confidence and through attitude, through your actions, you can be larger than life. It doesn't matter what you're struggling with, somebody's watching you. And somebody may be inspiring to be you or be like you. I've had several mentors throughout my life. And there's a lot of great people and a lot of people that aren't great. But the thing is, I always like to dissect and take parts. Ooh, I want to be like this guy. I want to be like this woman. I want to be like this person over here. I like that they always handle this situation this specific way. I love how nothing ever bothers this person. And I try to use that to help build my character. Never stop learning. Never stop trying to achieve to be more than what you are. So, if you want to be 10 foot tall, then be confident. Be sure of what you're doing. Inspire those around you. Even if your life is a train wreck, that's fine. You can still inspire others. I always was told you can learn a lot from a good manager. You can learn even more from a bad manager. And that's the truth. You may learn how not to be like. And that can help push your character further. But you're always going to be out there. There's always eyes on you. Someone's always going to be watching you. They're going to see your successes, and more importantly, they're going to see your shortcomings and your failures. Something I told my wife today. It is my goal in life to fail so I can find success. You want to be 10 foot tall? Prove it to people through character. I'm going to miss my papaw. And I'll tell you this right now. There was a lot that could have been learned from him. And I'm thankful that he was in my life. Good luck, everybody. And I hope that someday you will all be 10 foot tall to someone. Have a good day.